The Ural Mountains stand as ancient sentinels, their rugged peaks and vast expanses stretching across the horizon. These mountains, steeped in history and folklore, have witnessed countless tales of adventure and tragedy over the centuries. They are draped in snow and shrouded in mystery, their icy slopes concealing secrets that have puzzled and intrigued explorers and historians alike. Deep within these unforgiving peaks lies Dyatlov Pass, a name that has become synonymous with one of the most perplexing and eerie mysteries of the 20th century. This desolate location, with its harsh and unyielding environment, bears witness to a tragedy that has haunted the world for decades. The very air seems to whisper the chilling tale of what transpired here. In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers, all young and full of life, ventured into the wilderness. They were students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, seeking adventure and camaraderie amidst the harsh beauty of the mountains. They sought to challenge themselves, to push their limits, and to experience the raw, untamed nature of the Ural Mountains. Their journey was meant to be a testament to their skills and resilience, but their journey would end in unimaginable horror. A horror that would leave behind more questions than answers and a legacy of fear and speculation. Their story, a chilling tapestry of unexplained deaths and bizarre occurrences, continues to fascinate and terrify. The Dyatlov Pass Incident, as it came to be known, remains one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The hikers, all young and full of life, perished under mysterious circumstances. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside, as if they had fled from some unseen terror in the dead of night. The hikers, all young and full of life, perished under mysterious circumstances. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside, as if they had fled from some unseen terror in the dead of night. Their tent was found ripped open from the inside, suggesting a frantic escape from something or someone. The scene was both puzzling and terrifying, raising more questions than it answered. Their bodies were scattered across the snow-covered slopes, some bearing strange injuries that defied logical explanation. Some were found with severe internal injuries, while others showed signs of exposure and hypothermia. The official investigation at the time offered no clear explanation, fueling countless theories and speculations. From avalanches to secret military tests, from animal attacks to paranormal activity, the theories were as varied as they were unsettling. This essay delves into the heart of this chilling mystery, examining the evidence, the theories, and the enduring questions that surround the Dyatlov Pass incident. We will retrace the hikers' steps and examine the evidence left behind, piecing together the fragments of their final days in an attempt to uncover the truth. We will explore the various theories proposed over the years, from the plausible to the fantastical, and consider the evidence that supports or refutes each one. And we will confront the enduring enigma of Dyatlov Pass, a place where whispers of tragedy echo through the ages, and where the line between reality and myth is often blurred. The year was 1959, a time when the world was gripped by the tensions of the Cold War. The geopolitical climate was fraught with uncertainty, and the shadow of nuclear conflict loomed large over every corner of the globe. The Cold War cast a long shadow over the world, creating an atmosphere of fear and suspicion. Yet, amidst this global tension, there were pockets of tranquility where people sought solace and adventure. In the Soviet Union, a group of young adventurers found solace in the embrace of nature. These were not just any hikers. They were students, dreamers, and explorers, yearning to escape the confines of their daily lives and experience the raw beauty of the wilderness. Led by the experienced Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of 9 students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Dyatlov was not only a seasoned hiker, but also a charismatic leader who inspired confidence and camaraderie among his peers. They were seasoned hikers, eager to test their mettle against the unforgiving wilderness. Each member brought their own unique skills and strengths to the group, creating a dynamic and resilient team. Their destination was Otorten Mountain, a peak shrouded in local Mansi legend. The mountain's name, which translates to "don't go there" in the Mansi language, only added to the allure and mystery of their expedition. The journey was ambitious, a grueling trek through unforgiving terrain. The harsh weather conditions and rugged landscape tested their physical and mental endurance at every step, but their spirits were high, documented in the cheerful photos and diary entries recovered later. These snapshots of joy and camaraderie painted a picture of a group deeply connected by their shared passion for adventure. Little did they know that their adventure would soon turn into a desperate fight for survival. The challenges they faced would push them to their limits and beyond, testing their resolve in ways they could never have imagined. The group set off on January 27th, their backpacks laden with supplies and dreams of conquest. Each step they took was filled with anticipation and excitement as they ventured deeper into the heart of the wilderness. They were a mix of personalities, each bringing their own unique spirit to the group dynamic. This diversity was their strength, as it allowed them to approach challenges from different perspectives and find innovative solutions. There was Yuri Doroshenko, the jokester, whose humor and lightheartedness lifted the group's spirits even in the most trying times. There was Zina Kolmogorova, the quiet observer, whose thoughtful nature and keen observations often provided valuable insights during their journey. And there was Lyudmila Dubinina, the aspiring engineer, whose technical skills and problem-solving abilities were crucial in navigating the challenges they encountered. Together, they faced the challenges of the expedition head-on, their camaraderie a beacon of warmth against the biting cold. Their shared experiences and mutual support created a bond that was unbreakable even in the face of the unknown. Days turned into weeks, and the once hopeful anticipation turned into a gnawing dread. The hikers had set out on what was supposed to be an adventure of a lifetime, but now their prolonged silence was a harbinger of something ominous. The hikers' families awaited their return, their anxieties growing with each passing hour. Every ring of the phone, every knock on the door, sent waves of hope and fear through their hearts. They clung to the belief that their loved ones would walk through the door any moment. But as days turned into weeks, that hope began to wane. When the agreed-upon date for their return passed with no word, a search party was assembled. Volunteers, friends, and professional rescuers geared up, determined to bring the hikers back. The community came together, driven by a shared sense of urgency and dread. What they found would shock the world. The searchers, prepared for the worst but hoping for the best, stumbled upon a scene that defied explanation and sent shivers down their spines. The hikers' tent was discovered on the slopes of Kolatsiakal, the mountain of the dead in the Mansi language. This ominous name now seemed eerily fitting, as the tent stood as a silent witness to the tragedy that had unfolded. It was a scene of chaos. The tent, once a shelter, was now a disarray of scattered belongings, as if a storm had passed through. Personal items lay strewn about, hinting at a frantic and desperate attempt to flee. The tent was ripped open from the inside, as if in a desperate escape. This detail puzzled the investigators, suggesting that whatever had caused the hikers to flee, it was something they feared more than the freezing cold outside. Footprints led away from the campsite, disappearing into the snow. These tracks, left by the fleeing hikers, painted a haunting picture of their final moments. The footprints, however, soon faded into the vast, unforgiving wilderness, leaving more questions than answers. Inside the tent, investigators found abandoned belongings and a chilling lack of any signs of struggle. It was as if the hikers had left in a hurry, abandoning their gear and supplies, driven by an unseen terror. The bodies were found scattered across the mountainside, some further away from the tent than others. Each discovery added to the growing mystery, as the positions and conditions of the bodies suggested a chaotic and desperate flight. Some were barefoot, clad only in their undergarments. This detail was particularly baffling, as it indicated that the hikers had fled in such haste that they didn't even take the time to dress properly, despite the deadly cold. Others showed signs of hypothermia, suggesting they had succumbed to the freezing temperatures. The harsh environment had claimed them, their bodies found in positions that spoke of their final, desperate attempts to survive. But it was the nature of some of the injuries that truly sent chills down the spines of the investigators. These injuries, some of which were severe and inexplicable, hinted at a violent and terrifying end. The mystery of what had happened to the hikers deepened, leaving more questions than answers. As the bodies were recovered and examined, a grim picture began to emerge. While some deaths could be attributed to hypothermia, others bore injuries that defied explanation. Some victims had fractured skulls, as if from a crushing blow. Others had severe internal injuries but no corresponding external wounds. One victim, Lyudmila Dubinina, was missing her tongue and eyes. Another, Yuri Krivongashenko, had his hands burned severely, as if he had desperately clutched at a searing hot object. These injuries were not consistent with an animal attack, an avalanche, or any other natural phenomenon known to the investigators. The bizarre nature of these injuries fueled speculation and ignited a firestorm of theories. How could a group of experienced hikers equipped with proper gear succumb to such a fate? What had transpired on that desolate mountainside to cause such horrific, unexplainable injuries? The questions lingered, unanswered, casting a long shadow over the investigation.